On this week's episode of Living on a Scottish Island, we're having a spring reset. Just all the spring vibes, really. I'm feeling really positive and good, so thought I would just spread some of that. Today it is a Friday, just before Easter weekend. I am running late. What's new? So this is a very quick little intro. I mean, I already said it's all going to be about spring reset, spring vibes. I feel like there's such a change in everyone's attitude right now as the weather changes, and it's amazing. So it's kind of like out with the old, in with the new. Let's get ourselves prepared for the summer months and all the positive vibes kind of thing. So I'm having a little bit of like a reset, a spring clean, and I don't know, just a few nice days. So yeah, I thought I would take you with me. I'm actually going to meet my family for coffee, which I hope we're sitting outside for because it's actually really sunny. I'm literally wearing a skirt. I'll show you my outfit quickly. The top and skirt are both Hollister, which appear to be my favourite brand ever as of recent. Maybe I can't say favourite brand ever then if it's a recent thing. But yeah, I just love them. I think it's so cute. And this is a skirt, which is why I feel like I can get away with wearing it. And then some docks. And I should probably get a jumper just in case, but let's go. Just back from coffee. It was so lovely just sitting outside, but my hands are actually freezing. We ended up sitting in at the end there because it's so cold, and I was wearing that little skirt thing. I thought it was summery, but it was not. So a wee bit cold, a wee bit shivery, but feeling, I get shy when my family hear me talking to myself. You want me to introduce you to mini Ed Sheeran? If you hear crazy noises in the background, it's my little cousin playing with the like toy farm that my papa built us outside in the hall, like at the top of the stairs. So there might be a lot of like rah! That's him. Don't be concerned. Anyways, I am gonna clear out a bunch of my stuff. So we're actually gonna go we're gonna go back into the village and drop some stuff at the charity shops first because I've got a bunch of things, and then come back and sort out my lovely little room and make it nice and spring-like. I've got this candle from my auntie and it's like an Easter egg kind of vibe. So cute. I don't know where she got it from. And it smells really nice. Doesn't say where she got it from. So anyways, that's the only Easter decoration I've got, but I feel like my room's quite spring-like. So yeah, let's do it. Anyone else always put off going to the charity shops and then it takes like genuinely 2 minutes. Oh, I also need to go to the post office and return a box of clothes. I'm also going to get changed, I think, because this is just, I'm too cold. I'm actually borderline freezing. So what can I wear? I think I'll probably just put on my Levi's because they're such a safe bet with these, and a wee belt, and then I can just keep this top on, and also the sandals. I'm loving the socks and sandals. That's when I know it's spring, when the dock sandals are back out. absolutely Hank Marvin starving there. I was like, before I even speak to you guys again, need food. And I'm gonna have a wee coffee. We're gonna go upstairs and start tidying my room. I did actually start doing things last night, like posting on Vinted, and I did a bit of ironing to get things like looking a bit more presentable to then be put on Vinted. So we're gonna do the rest of those, and then probably, I don't know, I always underestimate how long that kind of stuff takes, but I'm gonna start changing little bits of my room for spring. I was thinking about doing a whole like video on my room, but I don't know, because realistically it has been such like a gradual process, and that's the reality of these things. I feel like online it's all like 24-hour like transformation, or like you just kind of see the condensed version, but the reality is when you're like changing, I'm not even converting anything, I'm literally just redecorating, but it does take time, especially if you don't have like a huge budget to just suddenly like splurge on a whole new like everything. And even if I did have the budget, which I don't, but like I would probably rather collect pieces that I genuinely love from like charity shops and thrift shops and local shops and businesses, etc., over time. So yeah, it's just a slow, lengthy process, and that's what I've been doing. But I've got quite a few photos to hang up. I really want to redecorate the walls, and then I also want to start painting. However, I think the painting might be a stupid job today because Sorley's coming this afternoon, and I want the place to be really nice for him arriving. So I think that might not be the best option. But then it might dry quickly. I don't know. We'll see. I'll show you my plans anyways. But yeah, like I said, Sorley's coming this afternoon. So one of the other things that I did yesterday was, and today kind of, was make myself feel a little bit cuter. I feel like going into spring and stuff, I want to put more effort into the way I look because it makes me feel so much better. And like, I don't know if that's a really shallow thing to say, but it is how I be feeling these days. Like, oh, not to be that classic girl, but when I put a bit of fake tan on, confidence levels sky high. Honestly, they go up so high. And I think last week it was, or the week before, it was really sunny and I got a natural tan, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot how good it felt to be tanned, because I've not been fake tanning recently because lazy. And also it doesn't look great, realistically. I always look back and I'm like, you really thought you were doing something there, and you look like a tangerine. And I'll probably look back at this when I'm editing this and be like, girl. But anyways, realistically, I'm not going to keep up a tan in Scotland. That was a very rare week. I'm so surprised I even had tan lines. Like, that's insane. From Scottish sun in April. What the heck? But yeah, I just kind of wanted to keep up that feel good feeling that the tan was giving me. So I've decided to fake tan. And it's so funny because I was fake tanning last night, like marinating myself. And my auntie, who's staying with us, she was like, oh, are you going out this weekend? And then she's like, oh no, it's because Sorley's coming up, isn't it? And I was like, well, yes, but I'm more doing this for me because Sorley doesn't even really like fake tan because I smell of biscuits. Although I've got the Molly May filter on. I don't think it smells of biscuits unless I've got a nose blind. And then I always put a layer of Dove tinted moisturiser on once I've washed it off, and I think it just makes it look really natural and like smooth. And I don't know, I'm not seeing any patchiness apart from a little bit under my arms. I always get that just because I've got really dry underarms, I guess. I don't know. But I'm feeling good. Like, I am feeling good, and I honestly feel like this is part of the spring reset and just glow up and vibes I'm wanting to take into spring. Maybe I won't have the effort to always fake tan, but it does feel so good, even if it looks a wee bit ridiculous. And then I also blow dried my hair this morning, so I'm feeling good. Let's go upstairs and tackle this room, and more to the point, tackle the beast that is Vinted. Such a thought, isn't it? And then you do it and you're like, that was so easy and worth it. Why was I putting that off? So let's do it. I need to introduce you guys to Finn. Finn, come here. Hug. Oh, what's that? What is that? Basically, Finn is my auntie and uncle's dog, and essentially my dog, because we're basically just one big happy family. But he's crying. Finn! Finn, come here if you're sad. He is sad right now, crying because they've all gone out and he has abandonment issues. Bless him. So he's sad, and he's not obviously happy being left in the house with just me, which is sad. No, it's as soon as his mum and dad go, like even if he's with my mum and dad, and my mum looks exactly, this is crazy actually, I've just realised this, he must be a very smart dog, because my mum and his mum, I'm saying this as if he's a human, I know, but my mum and his mum are twins. They look the exact same, like they're identical twins. So the fact that he can tell the difference between them, because if my mum is left in the house with him, but his mum isn't there, then he still cries. That's quite interesting. I didn't realise that before. So anyways, that was the introduction to Finn. I have actually not uploaded any of the things onto Vinted, but I feel productive because I took the photos. It's honestly just step by step, day by day. Like, you know the 1% better every day thing? I've been feeling that recently. Like, I really think that that's the way to go with pretty much everything in life, but especially things that you kind of dread. Because, you know, that wasn't actually that big a deal. It genuinely took me like 15 minutes less, actually, I think less, to photograph those things. Given I don't actually try the items on for my Vinted, because I hope with some of them I'll be able to find old photos in my camera roll, and if not, then I'm afraid you aren't getting any from me, because the reason that I'm probably selling them is because they don't fit. And like, I just don't really want to go through that whole malarkey of trying things on and like trying to squeeze them on and then it just not being a vibe. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, slay. If you guys are interested in anything, I am going to be putting them all up on Vinted probably like this coming week, and then I want everything gone by the end of April, because by May I want this room to be feeling fresh and decluttered completely. I feel like I've made such good progress. I'll give you guys a wee like mini room tour update, I think, because people have been asking for it for so long, and I just feel like it's never in a position that I want to like show the updates really. Whereas this, I'm actually like really happy with the way it's kind of coming together. And yeah, I think once the clothes are gone, that's me pretty much. And then I need to paint a few bits. Okay, never mind. I mean, there's always room for improvement, but like I'm really happy with it. And in terms of like I feel like I've really gone strict mode on what I'm keeping and what I'm not. I'll show you my drawers, and everything fits in now, which is amazing. But it's genuinely because I've been so cutthroat on what I'm keeping. And I don't know, I just think this is such, I've kind of wanted to minimize the stuff that I have in life anyways. So moving back home's really helped with that and kind of like forced me to do that. And I think that's such a good thing, because now it's either going to charity or like you guys and being like upcycled and stuff. So it's a really good, rather than clothes just sitting in my wardrobe and not even getting worn, and it just, you know. And when I eventually do move out, it's nice that there's not going to be so much shit to go through. Like, I'm kind of going to be starting from not that much, because my room is literally tiny, so I can't have that much in here, basically. It's so funny because I never, like, obviously I think things always look slightly different on camera to when you're somewhere in real life. It's like when you go on holiday and you book the place online and you see photos of the room, but when you're actually in the room, it's always going to feel slightly different, or it's just kind of interesting how it actually feels in real life, because with cameras it's so hard to get a judge of like the scale of things. And it's so funny because my auntie, who's up right now, my auntie Julie, she literally came in and she was like, I forgot how small your room was, because on TikTok and stuff sometimes it looks bigger. And like, I don't try and do this. It's not like I'm trying to manipulate you into thinking I live in this grand, huge room. It's just the way it comes across on camera. And I guess maybe when I'm on 0.5, trying to fit in like a whole area. Yeah, my room's tiny. Like, don't be deceived. I thought it came across tiny, but apparently it's even smaller than it comes across, according to my auntie. It's very, very cutesy, and I love it, and I wouldn't have it anyway. It's super cozy, and I literally don't need any more space. But yeah, it just means that like I'm really on a cut down process, and I'm kind of actually thankful for it. At the start, I was like, what the heck am I going to do? But it was so needed, because otherwise I probably would have never taken the time to sort through like most of this stuff. But it's so needed. So yeah, feeling really good. It just feels like a massive weight lifted off your shoulders. Like, it's insane. I don't know why. Like, I've had bags that were meant to go to the charity shop and different places, like even just the clothes recycling or returns that I needed to do. They've been lying at the bottom of my bed for literally 2 weeks. The returns are probably not getting, I'm probably not getting my money back from them now, but you know, worth a shot, and at least it's out of my way and they'll get their clothes back. But yeah, I just feel amazing, like not having those bags, and it took me all of half an hour. So silly why we put these things off, because we know, like, I don't need to tell you, you probably know that that bag sitting in the corner of your room can be gone in a flash, but it's just a thought. Truly inspirational words right there. Anyways, I got a phone call from Sorley while I was cleaning my room saying that his flight's been delayed. His ferry's been delayed, but only slightly, so not too bad, giving me a wee bit of extra time to get some work done and be productive. I'm just waiting for my dad to help me put up some new photos on the wall. But apart from that, I'll show you guys around the room, because it feels like spring. I don't know. I love it. Okay, so anything that I remember, like where it's from, I'll tell you. Candle holders are Dunelm. I've had them for a while now. I get so many compliments. The curtains are also Dunelm, actually. My little Gucci perfume. This isn't usually here, but I mean, it actually kind of is usually here, I guess, because I usually end up reaching for it. This shell, I can't remember where it was from. And then like jewelry. This little trinket dish is from R, which is a shop in the village, and I love it. And then these books, Pride and Prejudice and the Productivity Method, although I've not opened this in a while, lol. And then this is my granny's. And this I got in a charity shop. Oh, hello. Is that not gorgeous for a few pounds down the village? I love it so much. My auntie brought this up. She always brings a wee thing coming for Easter. And this is a candle. I love it. I can't open it with one hand. I'm too weak. This is from Urban Outfitters. Super cute. This is Evian. It's actually tap water that's in it. It's just... Yeah? In my bedroom, please. Yay! Okay, I'm coming back in a minute and the photos will hopefully be up. Basically these two, this, or like this. So like I could maybe do it, I don't know.
Well, there's all the tools,
okay.
pliers, and I think they're all down in the shed.
Okay, we're back. So, where was I? I think I got to like halfway over here. So, this lamp is Bluebell Grey. Absolutely love. Charity shop. Like, can't even believe it. And then the bedding is all Bluebell Grey as well. Right now, I just love these guys so much. And the woman is from the Highlands, so even better. And like her flowers and stuff are all inspired by flowers that you would see in the Highlands. Got my wee jelly cat, and that's actually a wee hot water bottle gnome. The book I'm reading, and then these prints. I'm kind of wanting to change these ones. I want to put like a wooden frame on the back of my bed, because underneath that blanket is leather. I don't like that. But I'm going to have to like manually kind of do it. So that's going to be a project, because it doesn't come off. Like, you can't detach it. So it's going to have to be like wooden planks over the leather. Stay tuned. And then these are the two new wee prints there. I really like them. This is the Botanics, and then this is an East Point. I got this from Sorley's mum and dad for Christmas, and I got this from my cousin for graduating. And then here we've got some Kurudu coffee, so coffee from the island that I can't actually use right now because I don't have a coffee grinder. Isle of Skye candle, Oriental Lily, one of my favourite scents. Love them. I don't know if you guys remember when I used to work for them, but yeah, great, love it. And then this is like a wick trimmer to go with that. And this piggy bank I actually have had since I was like a little girl. It used to be at my granny and papa's, and my papa would give us £1 to put in it every Saturday. So yeah, now it's here just in memory. And then here we've got like a wee knitting basket. I love this. This is my little knitting section. I'll show you again. So I've got like this is crochet needles in the back, and then a wee basket of knits, and haven't actually been knitting in ages. So this is like an abandoned project. And then you come over here, I've got my YouTube plaque, which is still insane to me. This is some I Love Harris gin, still not been opened. I'm like saving it for a special occasion. And then another Sky Candles. This little bit, these flowers are kind of trying to disguise like this area is a wee bit nothingy right now. And then you come over and you've got like I love my dressing gowns and like cozy cover-ups, so it's all just different robes, onesies, gowns, etc. Kind of wish there was only 2, but reality. Wee fairy, and then some books. I've got I've got my wee Irish luck, and then this is a what do you call it, chapter thing that my friend made me. She knitted it. And then this is a wee candle holder. I've had this since I was a wee baby. Yeah, just little bits like that. And then basically my plan is to paint this and these sage green. And then up here, I've just put these photos up, but I know that looks ridiculous. And I was actually laughing so much at this on the wall, like just the singular leaf. I've also lit my candles now. Should have done that before to show you guys. But yeah, I need to work on this wall, and I was thinking maybe putting some like shells and dried flowers and little bits in between, or little maybe like sentimental like items, like just little things that I can put up on the wall, but I don't want it to look like too much. But I like there to be like a lot of stuff going on. Like I'm not like minimalistic, but I just don't want it to be an eyesore at the same time. It's finding that balance. So let me know if you guys have any ideas about what I could do with this wall. I'm kind of unsure. And don't ask about that one singular branch of green leaf that's up there. I was kind of just like seeing what it would look like if I put stuff up, but then I couldn't find anything else to put up, so I was like, well, that'll do it. That'll do it, so girl. That doesn't make any sense. And now I'm gonna go and pick Sorley up. I completely forgot as well that I actually vlogged a little bit of yesterday, but I don't think I'm going to include much of it. I just really wanted to share with you this wee walk that we went on, because in light of the spring reset that I'm having and the good vibes, of course, fresh air and going for a walk is an essential component. However, I have not managed to get out on a walk today because I've just been too busy working. My camera just ran out of storage, but I was saying that I didn't get to go on a walk today, and I was about to say like I've been working all day, and then I remembered that I went for coffee with my family instead of my walk today. I sacrificed it because quite a few of my cousins and stuff were meeting up, and my aunties and uncles and all of that, to sit outside with a lovely coffee, and you saw that this morning. It was just so nice. Lovely start to the day. But I'm gonna insert a little bit of footage now from the walk yesterday because it was just so peaceful and nice. We basically ended up just lying on top of the hill on the grass for genuinely over an hour. It was so lovely and peaceful, and like the most dramatic views ever. It was just the Coolins, the Old Man of Storr, you've got all the islands and the sea and the cliffs and it was gorgeous. So yeah, that was felt very spring-like. I was also going to take you down to see the lambs, but I'm running late to see Sorley, and I think by the time we get back it might be dark, so I might have to save that for actual Easter Sunday vlog, which will be up next week. But yeah, I'm gonna go and get him from the ferry now. I kind of wanted to get him flowers or something because I think that, like, me and Sarli have talked about this before, and I think he said he actually would like to get flowers because I always feel like, I don't know, it's like always the girls getting flowers, and I saw this thing like most or like a lot of men won't receive their first flowers until their funeral, and it made me really sad. And yeah, I want to get him some, but I think maybe now is a silly time because I'll just end up keeping them here, so it's basically me buying flowers for myself, which kind of takes away the sentiment of it. But as it's Easter, I was thinking I could run into the co-op and get him an Easter egg if I've got time. So I should probably stop yapping, and I'm probably going to switch off the vlog here because I just want to see him and be in the moment. I've not seen him in 3 weeks, that's ages. And then we're just gonna come home and have dinner with my family and all that kind of good stuff. So I think, yeah, I'm just gonna switch off here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this has given you some inspiration to have a little bit of a, hold on. where's that Evian bottle? Oh my goodness. My throat's gonna dry. Nice. As I was saying, I hope this has given you guys a little bit of like inspo to have a bit of a spring clean or a little spring reset or whatever. Honestly, like, clean space, clean mind and all of that, but decluttering your space and like upcycling clothes and getting rid of stuff that you don't wear anymore and putting them to a better home, all of that kind of good stuff, it honestly, it feels amazing, and you're also doing a good thing at the same time, so it's like a win-win. I'm in such a good mood from it. I think I'm also just in such a good mood because I love this time of year. It's probably like, I say no, because I say every season's my favourite season when I'm just entering that season. I think I just love the initial change of tone, you know? Anyways, if you've made it to the end of this vlog, please comment spring reset, or let me know what you're doing to create nice, healthy, positive vibes and energies going into spring and summer. If there's anything kind of like rituals that you do at this time of year. I always tend to have a spring clean. I just think it feels so good. But then I kind of have been trying to do a little bit of like deep cleans and clear outs every few months recently because it just seems to be getting all on top of me. So I don't know if I can really count that as like a ritual or a thing that I do every year, because I kind of just ended up doing it quite a lot. I don't know. But yeah, I'd love to know. And I guess I'll see you guys next week. It's weird because I'm finishing this and basically starting the next one because I want to film Easter for you guys. But love yous and leave yous. This has been quite a chatty one, I feel like. More chatting than montages. Don't know if you guys prefer that or if anyone cares. I hope that was okay, me rambling. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.